Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about this pair by IM, the BQEYZ BQ10. This is a 12mm dual cavity dynamic driver, and I got the 3.5 version as the Type-C version is not available in my place. I bought it myself, so this is not a sponsor. I'm still pretty new to the hobby, so let's see. I think I've already posted something on the community tab, right? This one have pretty nice accessory. So come in, you will have a pouch. I think it's a pretty good quality pouch. I don't see any deflective on it, and it's quite solid, so it's good. I think it's had enough space for the pair by IM itself, maybe an extra pair, like backup pair, with some ear tips, and the cable on it is actually pretty nice for the price of $30. I think there are IMs that are $60 or $80 offer like a much thinner like cable than this. So this one is actually pretty solid. Although the materials is rubber and it doesn't feel very luxury, but the thickness and the durability, the thickness of it make me have a sense of durable. So we have some hair ear tips over here. These are black one. I think they are thicker than the other one. Like the other ones are white, and it's a bit thinner. So I think the sound profile may change if you apply like different ear tips on it. But I didn't have a chance to test the talk tip as it doesn't fit well into my ears, and I don't feel as comfortable like. But you can try for yourself. I think the the voice will change because the different ear tips are using different materials and they have a little bit different in thickness, and so it may help changing the sounds a little bit. Okay, about the IM itself. Coming out of the box, you have a resin case. This one is plastic. At first, I thought it was metal or something, but yeah, it came out just plastic. But I think the plastic on it is very well done because it feels pretty nice. It could be like metal carbon plastic or something because you can actually feel the coldness on it, so I'm not sure about this. Yeah. Okay, we have the wind. The nozzle is pretty short, so I think it gonna fit into the ear. The nozzle is still a little bit big for me, but I think it's normal for most people. We have a vent right over here, so I don't feel like there is pressure built up in my ear when I wear them. Pretty nice. Okay, so that's it for the unboxing, and let's come to the sounds. I would say, in general, I would give this one some comments like details, clean, clear, Harman target. Okay, so that's the overall sound. Talking about the bass, I think this one doing a kind of strained kind of bass. So with my preference, I would prefer something that punchy and fast, and rumble a little bit. But this one, I think they have extra decay, and I think they are a sub-bass focus pair by IM. So they may follow the Harman target because you can feel a lot of rumbling on this pair of IM. The mid bass is fine, it's decent, but because of slow decay sub bass, so I don't think I can hear a lot of mid bass on here. It's kind of blown or covered by the rumbling. It would be ideal for some people. I know some people like the extra rumbling. I used to be like that, but with some songs I listened to, it just turned out to be a little bit strained because I remember it's like boop, 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 and then it's now like boom 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 boom. All right, and then it's expressive and kind of like that. So take this with preference. So do you prefer the bass that rumble for a little bit longer, slow decay, or do you prefer something like tight and neat and fast and speedy? It depends on you. The mid bass is fine. I don't feel a lot of texture on it, so I would say not a bass IM. Talking about the mid, it's pretty balanced, but not my taste. You can still feel everything very okay. You can hear everything. It had a little bit extra of swarmness in it, but it kind of lacking. It's like I prefer a bit more than this. And to my ear, sometimes the sounds of the mid, the vocal seems to be kind of digital. It doesn't scale well with the volume. So if you hear it mid volume, this is an absolutely amazing pair. But then when you play on high volume, and especially some songs that are crowded or having female vocal that tends to go a bit louder than normal or reaching the high notes, it can be cracked, and it can be like shrill or shouty in some sense. So I think this one is a mid volume pair of IEM, right? You shouldn't crank the volume too much on it. But also, I think it's designed for that, because in the upper mid and treble regions, everything starts to be clear. Remember what I said about the general feeling of this. This is a clear and very detailed sounds. It has a very clean sounding, and when I say clean, I mean that when you listen to a piece of music that have like many components in it, right? You have something in the bass, have something on the left, on the right, something slightly above you. You can recognize where do they come from, and you can easily recognize, oh, this one come from this instrument, this one come from this instrument. And the sub bass has really nice texture too. I think because of the slow decay, so I can feel it more. But then when it comes to several songs, I can tell the name, but I can actually feel like everything just present like clearly in front of me, and I can tell. I can look up, look down. I can separate every single sound, and if you hear them, you feel the difference. It's very different from other pair that I have. The sounds sometimes have some noise in it, like they call it treble noise. Maybe it not like too shouty or doesn't make the treble crazy, but sometimes you feel fatigue when you hear the sounding like that. But with this one, everything is very clear, and it's like an exploration with me when I try to hear, oh, okay, so we have this detail over here, the small detail over here, the detail above, and kind of like that. It push everything to the surface. Even the subtle details that you normally don't hear like very clear on our pair by IM, you can hear on this too. Kind of crazy. So I try like to A and B with some of the IMs have like the PRX or the Yuanji or the Simgadi A5LM, and there were some subtle details that normally on the size of the stage, and normally just hear like pew, 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 pew. But now it's like pew 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 pew. All right, so it sounds much fuller. It sounds like more appealing to you. So maybe when you listen to this pair, you may find some information that you never heard before. Maybe, all right. And then when you reach to the old pair and you realize, oh, actually in the old version, it had that frequency there. It's just like it was covered by different frequency and is not really appealing, really clear to your ears. But on this pair, I think it does a great job of separations and clean sounding. Pretty satisfying listening experience. I can wear this for like 2-3 hours, but because like the detail that it gets, it could be fatiguing if you put on high volume. So mid volume is the best. I think it's play instrument very well. So if you are someone who listening to a lot of instrumental music, this pair is also great for you. Right, every single things in the music gonna be separate, gonna be very clean. It's quite natural, and I think that's it. What I can say about technicality, like normally when we talk about that, we talk about separation, talk about soundstage, talk about resolution. The resolution is fine. Not wounding, but I think it can reach to the point of like $60, double the price can be. You would find something like this. Soundstage is pretty wide. I'm not sure about the depth. And separation is probably the best. Like I said, it's very clean, so you can easily hear things differently. Overall, I think this is a very good pair for $30. Right? Concluding with the sounds, the accessories, and I don't know about the Type-C version. I think on the Type-C version they said they include a DAC also. So you can try to look for other reviews and see how the DAC working, because they said on the Type-C version they put a high performance DAC into the cable, but because it's not available in my place, I only get this. Very satisfying, especially if you want to like finding the small details, subtle details on songs that you love. Grab this one. The mid is fine. Sometimes I found it's lacking the warmness, or it's standing between a thick and thin. I kind of feel weird. So it's not too full to my ears, but it's not thin also. It's had a nice body, but yeah, it's still slightly lacking of the warmness or something. I can't figure out. All right, so it sounds a bit digital for me. Crazy value for $30. You can grab this one. Pay attention that because it's quite Harman target, and the upper mids and the treble regions are like crazy. So sometimes on specific songs, especially from vocalists like Aurora or Bella Poach, you may hear a bit of shrill or shouty when they say s, 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 because that sound would also be emphasized and too loud for the taste of some people. But I think most pair right now, if they follow the Harman target, they will sound just like that. This one don't get any sibilants as far as I see. So I think it's good value for the money. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next video.